My dad has cancer. Found this out several weeks ago, actually. And I don't know if I guess there's certain levels of intensity with cancer. I mean, it's all bad and terrible. So he's got prostate cancer. It didn't seem like a crazy big deal, because it's treatable from what I know. But during one of those visits, the doctor had saw something that may have moved into his bones, into his skull. And if he was gonna have cancer in the bones, it's gonna be really bad. So when I found that out, it's hard to think about anything else but that. And even when you're not thinking about it, it seems like there's this underlying spirit in your body that just can't move on. It's like I was highly irritated, things like that, without even having to be thinking about it. The day came he was gonna get checked out, and thankfully, thank you, it was not cancer in the bones. So he still had the prostate. So why is this the worst possible news a son could hear? This little house is where my dad grew up, and it represents what he represents, a time of just true grit, a time where if you didn't grow it, you didn't eat. It was a time where young people spent their summers barefoot, where young people took on big responsibilities early. He milking cows early.
I started milking when I was 8 years old. I had to milk the regular family cow.
He can tell me and remember at the age of 11, plowing mules out in one of these pastures. Needless to say, he's tough as nails and works like an ox. Naturally, he passed on that work ethic to his children. While my friends were watching Saturday morning cartoons, we were cutting, splitting, hauling firewood, sometimes, many times, in the rain and the snow. I'll never forget one thing he would say to us, and I'm sure we're kids, we're fooling around, he's trying to keep us focused. We would say, "Pop, can we take a break?" You know what he would say to us? He'd say, "We'll break when we're done." We'll rest when it's over. This is where I live. This, my dad will tell you, used to be a very successful potato patch. And right across the street is where he grew up. Now, because of my dad, my kids can grow up on the exact same farm he did, enjoy the exact same lifestyle he did of hard work, of play outside, of eating the food you grow, of milking the cow, of spending your time barefoot all summer long. Check out this view. This is what Papa would have seen.
Yeah.
Now, because of my dad, I work like an ox, and I can enjoy the fruit of that labor. And thinking about what my dad used to tell me will stop when it's done. Well, guess what? The work is never done. He never told us that. I mean, we did get some breaks, but the work is never done. Like I used to tell the boys when I spent time in Honduras, I used to tell those kids there, "Nunca para trabajando," never stop working. He grew up in this little house, no running water, no electricity. The man can remember getting electricity in here. The first light bulb going in, the first light. He's told me stories about how, for fun, this is what they did for fun, remember? They didn't have a whole bunch of toys. Hey, you kids know what Papa used to do for fun here?
What?
There used to not be a railing, and they would roll off the porch and fall to the ground, and they thought that was just so fun. Look at you think that's fun, Lily? Mm-hmm. Yeah. As one of my brother's friends said in regarding this event and speaking good things about my pop, said, they don't make them like they used to. And there's so much truth to that, but thanks to him, hopefully my kids are being made just like him. When serious illness knocked on my dad's door, I was shaken to the core because the very reason of why I am what I am was going to be lost, or at least suffering. So I suffered too. When he passes, so much of me will go with him that I venture to guess that I will actually be a new person. There'll be so much lost we won't even be the same. This little outcrop here was not there. Guess why? That's a bathroom. There was no bathroom. There was no running water, remember? My dad tells me of a time when they would go down, way down to the creek, down to where that mountain starts right there. It's the creek. They would have a wash day once a week on Mondays, go down to the creek, wash their clothes. Saturdays, once a week, they would take a bath. How would you like to be on a once a week bathing schedule?
I wanted to do that.
Over here, just behind their house, remember they have no running water, electricity. There was a spring here. And this is where they would get their water, but this is also where they would keep their stuff cool. Their milk, he would put milk in it, eggs in it. It's called what you call a spring house. The spring would come through a wooden trough, and they could put their things they wanted to keep cool in that water. For preserving the harvest, they would can. He can remember canning an entire beef one time. His mom, my granny, would forage. They would eat poke salad, which is a wild green that would grow around here, and it would be one of the first greens that you would have available to you early in the spring. Thankfully, the cancer that he had, prostate cancer, just ended up being a half-day outpatient surgery. I'm going to text my dad's wife and see what time the surgery is today for my dad, and if there's anything I can do. Rebecca Ginger just texted. It's 1:30, and he's just now gonna go into surgery. Is it a dangerous surgery?
Well, I mean, every surgery carries danger, but I don't think it's particularly a big surgery. It's an hour long.
Hey Rebecca, just got the update. Pop is out and doing fine.
That's awesome.
Thankfully, we have one more day to enjoy who we are because of him, with him.
Look here to all these children. Come here and give me a hug. My goodness, what fine boy. And this one with no shoes. Oh goodness, what you eating?
No, he wanted to give that to you.
Oh,
They're
thank
leaves.
you.
He's
It
been,
doesn't.
They smell so
he's been
good.
collecting.
And where's your shoes? You don't need shoes this winter time.
Or clothes.
Amen.
Hey, Papa.
Thank you.
Barefoot, you do these days?
It doesn't look like you had surgery.
I know.
It
Golly.
feels like it.
You aren't even in your TV chair.
No, I haven't been in it because it's too hard to get in and out of.
Oh, okay.
My big man, my farmer boy. And
Aw.
he's gonna give me another one. I love you. Hey, son.
Hey.
I
I love you too. Love you too.
Come here, Lily. I didn't get one from you. Oh
so
my goodness, here she is. Oh, you sweet thing. You're so pretty. Such a good little girl. Having to grow up with all these boys.